Good evening, and welcome to Hanging with the Walkers. Here with my host and co host, Rogers Walker. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another awesome segment of Hanging with the Walkers. And I usually say I'm here with my host and my co host, Rogers Walker. He is here in spirit, he is not here in body. Duty calls, bills are due, bills have to be paid. So he's working while I'm working. So I just thank God for him, praying traveling grace and mercy while he is on the road on tonight. But he is listening in to us. I'm so excited to get into our show tonight. Met a awesome young lady, a beautiful young lady inside and out. Um, and I promise you, you'll be just as blessed as we were to hear her, to be in her presence, and to allow her to share her gift tonight. We have the one and only, I always say the one and only, Luna Muni. Welcome to Hanging with the Walkers.
Thank you for having me.
Oh man, I am excited. I was just sharing with her before we went live that the violin is one of my favorite instruments, along with the drum line. It's such a romantic instrument. It's such a calming instrument, and I've seen it do some things over the years in my nursing career. I've seen it break some of the strongest people just in the music that was being played. So I know that it is a blessed instrument. So, Miss Luna Mooney, please tell us about yourself and what it is that you want our audience to know about you.
Okay, first things first, what I always say is I am just a physical embodiment of a musical expression. That's
That's
like the
all.
best way. Yeah, that's the best way to explain myself. I'm
Mhm.
here to spread peace, love, connection, um, togetherness, you know what I mean, through music. That's my purpose. And I'm a mother, of course. So we've got two main purposes right there.
You know that main thing is that mom thing, and I promise
Yeah.
you, it kind of like collides with everything else, you know. But like I say, you have such a beautiful spirit, have such a warming spirit, calm spirit, and it's like, oh, you know, the smile kind of draws. So then I'm curious as to who or what it is that you do. Like, okay, she's smiling all kinds, something's going on with her. So please tell us about your family, any children, married.
I have two daughters. I am getting married. I have a fiance.
All right,
Yeah.
congratulations.
I wanted him to be with me, but he said he's like, it's your time to shine. He, he
Oh,
he's a star, okay? He's a bodybuilder. He just did a big competition this past weekend. So, I'm always like talking about him. I'm always trying to bring him up into everything that I do.
oh, it's what
But
we do.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And his name
Yeah.
is,
His name is Fabian Reynosa.
oh,
Um,
Fabian. Uh-huh.
he's also an artist himself. He goes by
Oh,
Perico Pop. Yeah, he does um lyricism, So lyricist, like rapping and just everything. He also I call him Big Poppy. That's what I was
everybody has a pet name.
that's what I was screaming this weekend. So when you asked what his name is, I almost said Big Poppy.
Listen, we're not gonna get in trouble about that, are we?
I hope not. I hope not. That's so funny.
We'll shout out to Mr. Fabian on tonight. He was more than welcome to hang out with us on tonight on Hanging with the Walkers, and we always invite them to come. Sometimes he's like my husband. He'll say, "It's your time to shine." So you go ahead and do the interview, and I'll be saying, "Babe, come on, be in the interview with me." One time, Lee Pitts tagged him in, and
Mhm.
we were in Fort Myers doing an interview on my book I Do Fit, and we dragged him in it, and boy, he just flowed. So it was just awesome. But like you say, it's what we do, is who we are,
Mhm.
because we become one, and when we become one, we share everything with them. And when is your wedding?
We're working on that. Everyone keeps
All right,
asking me
working
this.
on it is
We're
good.
working
Working
on
on
that.
is good. Working on is good. So we know how to pray and what to pray for. That is coming. But
Yes.
shout out to
Yes.
Fabian on tonight, and we thank him so much for even considering hanging out with us on tonight. And I know I know your daughters are beautiful. How old are they?
I have an 8-year-old, my eldest, and a 1 and 4 month old. She's it's like a 16
Oh
months.
my
So
goodness. Oh my
mm-hmm.
goodness. All that energy.
Yeah,
All
so
that
much energy.
energy. Oh my goodness. I know it keeps you going. I know it keeps you going. So
Does
this is what I want to know. I hear the name Luna Muni. Is that stage name or is that a birth name?
that is stage name. Stage
Uh-huh.
name. My government is Lena Rodriguez. Um, at first, when I first began doing playing the violin for different things, I actually went by a different name, which was Luna Muni, and that came from high school. Like, just me and my friends, we all had nicknames for each other, so that's what we call each other. But then I decided to change it up. I'm like, I've evolved now, so I'm Luna. I'm not Loony. You know what I mean? I'm
Right,
Luna
right.
now. And it went with everything. I was doing a lot of cocktail hour events, everything at night, setting the atmosphere for things that, in the evening. A lot of the time, most of my bookings were in the evening, and I felt like, it just went with everything, the moon playing, having, setting the atmosphere, being the moon, you know what I mean, pulling people in, like the waves,
Right,
how the moon does.
right.
So that's what I went with. I stuck with it, that became my brand, and that's who I am now.
So the videos that are on YouTube, that is you.
Yep, that's me.
Look, okay, I saw that and I'm like, oh, that might not be her. Let me just tap onto the ones that say Luna, but Luni Mooney is you on Facebook,
Oh, no,
on YouTube.
Luna Muni, Luna Muni on
So
YouTube.
there are some that says Luni. That's not you.
That's not me. That's
Okay,
not
that's
me.
somebody else. Okay, gotcha,
Hmm.
gotcha. Okay,
Hmm.
okay. So now we know Miss Lena Rodriguez, aka Luna Mooney. All
Yeah.
right. So, how did you really get started playing the violin?
I started playing the violin when I was 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I originally was playing the piano at 3 years old. And
Oh,
yeah, and it came from my grandma. My grandmother raised me. She was a first lady of a church. Her husband, my grandpa, he was a pastor. So they made sure that we were doing something, that we were in everything. So when I was 4 years old, we went into the piano store where I would get my piano lessons. And there was a toy violin, and I wanted the toy violin. My grandma was like, "I'm not buying you a toy violin unless you're gonna play violin." So both me, my twin sister, I have a twin sister, and
oh,
I.
stop it. Stop
Yeah,
it. You a twin?
yeah, I'm a twin. I'm a twin. We
Stop the
both got
press
started
right
in
there.
violence. Yeah,
Stop the
yeah.
press right there. Oh my God. Okay, so finish the story. We'll come back to the twin thing.
Yes. So she put us both in violin. We went to a magnet school. We started school early at 4 years old. And she put us in a
Wow.
magnet school. And they offered everything. They offered, not only just music, but they offered chorus, specific instruments like the violin, um, drama, dance, everything, everything. And she, made sure that we were in violin, and we stayed in it all through. I always say we because I'm a twin, so we stayed in it all throughout all of our years, through every grade school. You know what I mean? Middle school, high school, college for a little bit. My twin sister, she ended up picking up the viola and stuck with the viola,
Uh-huh.
and I stuck with the violin. And then after that, once we got out of high school, and you know, I started driving down to Miami, and I bought a little $100 violin, electric violin,
Mm-hmm.
and I would go into little what was it? Hard Rock Casino, I think it was. They had a
Uh-huh.
spot where they would do an open mic in Miami, and I was like brought my violin in there, and I just started playing at these open mics, and just I would drive
Wow.
everywhere. Yeah, I would just go to open mics. And, I was young. I didn't have any kids at that time, so I was like trying to get seen everywhere I could. Go every
Right. The
open mic.
exposure.
Mhm.
Yes.
So much exposure. I was doing open mics all the time, and then coming back over here, doing open mics in Fort Myers and different places. And then I started getting calls for, to perform. And, from there, I took it from there, and I just started, taking off. I did so many things. So awesome. But I want to keep doing more. So I'm going to stop talking.
Oh man, that is so awesome. 3 years old playing the piano.
Yeah.
Listen, shout out to grandma.
Yeah.
Any parents on the line tonight, they're never too young to start, to get them into something that will change their life, change the trajectory of their life, keep them out of some things, keep their mind busy. So if there's any parents on the line tonight, it's not too young. I know you're sitting there thinking to yourself, yeah, they're too young and they're not going to like it and they're not going to stick with it. Put them in something so they can be musically inclined. Okay, I
Mhm.
just wanted to put that out there for the moms. But 3 and 4 years old, please, please, please tell me about your twin. I am a twin. We are 18 minutes apart.
You're a
He's
twin.
a 6'4" male, and he's 18 minutes older than I am. So moms are special. Any moms that have twins, they rock. My our overseer had a set of twins, Doris and Horace in Fort Pierce, and she is a queen to me when they can carry twins and deliver them. So please tell me, what's your twins' name?
My twin sister's name is Liana Rodriguez. So
Wow.
Lena, Liana.
Oh, that is so precious. And she plays the oboe.
The viola. The
Oh,
viola. So
now what's the
mhm.
difference?
So the viola is it's deeper in sound, so lower pitch, and it's just a little bit wider, and that's it. It's just the violin starts on G. That's our lowest note is G, the
Uh-huh.
G string. The viola's lowest note is C.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is she local?
My twin sister is not local. She lives in New York. She's doing her thing. She's working in New York. Like she's also an amazing artist. Like artist, she does. She's amazing. She's brilliant. She's so smart.
Wow.
And yeah, it's awesome.
Listen, you just make sure you tell her that I met this lady on Hanging with the Walkers and she wants to interview us, even though she's in New York. We
Okay.
have StreamYard. So because we have StreamYard, we can bring the twins together on StreamYard. So
Yes.
I
Oh
am
my,
excited. So
she
please
would
tell
love
her I
that.
want to meet her and I want to interview you all, so that I could lay that before parents. It's okay
Hmm.
to start your kids off young, 3 years old, playing the piano, 4 years old, playing the violin. If you just joined us, you just tapped into an amazing evening with the artist, violinist, teacher, instructor, Luna Muni, aka Lena Rodriguez. So 3 years old, 4 years old, playing violin and playing the piano. What made you choose the violin?
I feel I don't even think I could tell you right now because I was so young. I was like, 4. I was like, I have no idea, but I will tell you, I'm never gonna forget. I was in maybe first or second grade, and I already had been playing for a while.
Uh-huh.
And our school, they got tickets to this Doug Cameron show,
Uh-huh.
and he's like a famous blues jazz violinist. He had this blue electric violin, and
Ooh.
I, I'll never forget. Like I was so captivated by that. Like that's really, I feel like the pivotal moment in my life where I was like, oh, I'm doing this. I was like, I'm doing like I was a little kid watching that. I was like, I'm doing this. Like I'm
Wow.
doing that. Yeah. Hmm.
Wow, that is so awesome. Sometimes to be amazed, I'm always curious as to um, musicians and why they choose what it is that they choose as an art.
Mhm.
to be able to. I appreciate, I respect musicians that can play keyboards, organs, they can go across the board. They can play drums. They can play it all. They can get off one instrument and then play another instrument. They can play by ear and they can play by note. Now, do you play by ear and by note?
Yes, I started off playing by ear. That was how I started.
Uh huh.
And I had this my violin teacher. I'm gonna shout her out really quick. Mrs. Griffith.
Okay.
She I have to shout
Shout
her
out
out.
Miss Griffin.
Mrs. Griffith. She was like, we had these rental violins at the school we were going to, and she told me, we're gonna have to take your violin away if you don't start reading sheet music, because I would go off of everybody else. I could hear them playing it, so I'd be like, oh, I could do this. Like, and then when it
You
was
got
time
busted.
to, yeah, she was like, you're not even looking. It's so funny because now that I teach violin, I see it. I'm like, you're not looking at the page. Like, we gotta come on, we gotta put it together.
Right, right.
It's another language. You can't, like, you want to be able to read and write and interpret this language, music. So I started getting into that, and then by the time I was in middle school, I was in honors orchestra. So everything started clicking for me around,
Wow.
yeah, 12. I want to say, yeah. Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, man, that's a long time to perfect your gift. Now, do you have a favorite genre of music?
Yes, I do. I do. My favorite genre of music is it's terrible. It's between jazz and funk. Funk is my true favorite genre. Like, funk music is my thing. It's my thing, I'm telling you. But I do have, like, one of my favorite songs that I like playing. It's a jazzy they call it chill hop. It's chill hop, like hip hop but chill and jazzy. And it's between those. It's so hard for me to choose, but yeah, it's between that. But I can play a little bit of the chill hop jazzy thing if you
Okay,
want.
so listen, if for those of you that already tapped on early, Luna Mooney is going to bless us a little bit with her one of her favorite songs. So she's going to play that for us now, and then we're going to have something a little special a little later on. So Luna
Yes.
Mooney, take it away.
Yes. Okay. Let's
Tag
see.
somebody so they can be blessed, y'all.
Yes. Oh, I hope you can hear this. Can you hear this music?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it a little
Can everybody hear?
bit. Here we go.
Give me some hearts if you can hear her.
I'm gonna pause it there. I'm gonna pause it there. I
Wow.
was like, unless you want me to keep going.
Listen, I was getting ready to do some foot tapping.
Okay. I was like, I didn't know if I should give too much or what.
So
I
you
didn't know.
be able to mix jazz and funk together.
Yes, I
Wow.
I love funk music. I can't
Wow.
see. Look, this is what I was talking about earlier. That I will run on. I'll start talking and talking. Like,
Well,
I love
listen,
funk music.
you have to meet one of our guests, Adrian McCrae. He's with Next Generation Music
Mhm.
Production. And what he does is bring musicians together from whatever genre, whatever. They have this awesome band. They play it all, gospel, you name it. They just did a set in Gainesville,
Mhm.
um, and I'm telling you, he has this vocalist, Stenogene is her stage name, and beautiful vocals. So, and he does uh, music therapy, music theory. So he
Mm-hmm.
wants musicians to understand and know why they play. Young musicians, they play, but you need to know why you play, why you do what you do, and your mindset behind it. So he travels and he does classes. Those that want to learn the drums, he does that. So it would be so awesome to, get you all together. But his name is Adrian McCray, and he's in the Gainesville area. And I told tag on, so he is online on tonight. And I wanted him to just hear and know there are so many people that have different events and they're looking for different things,
Mm-hmm.
different sounds. Um, and I want to bring that to them because I like that. We need to have a culture to where we're flexible. We always hear the keys, always hear the organ, but there are other instruments that could bless your events. And
Mm-hmm.
like I say, he's online, and he said hello. So I want to make sure you guys kind of connects because there could be times that he needed a different sound. He may know someone that's recording artists that need a different sound to their music. Um, so it will be an awesome flavor. And the name of our ministry is Connecting in the Spirit Outreach Ministries Incorporated. So it's what we do. We connect people together. So I'm glad he was able to tap on tonight, and I'll definitely be sharing it with some other musicians. And yes, she does travel. And if you're just tapping on tonight, we have the awesome pleasure of having the one and only violinist, Miss Luna Muni. Remember her name because when she hit the stage and become grand, I want you to say, I heard it first here on Hanging with the Walkers.
That's right.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God. So, what other instruments do you play?
I'm okay. I'm a master of the violin.
Okay.
I'm a sadly, even though I started on the piano, I'm still calling myself I'm a novice on the piano still because I did, there were moments in my life where I was playing with both hands and everything. But you know what? If you don't stick with something,
Yes.
it's not gonna stick. So the
Yes.
thing that I stuck with is the violin. I'm picking up the bass and I play by ear the guitar. I love it. I
Oh,
love it,
wow.
baby. Yeah. Yeah. But as far as, you know, mastery, reading, writing, interpreting, and being able to improv, violin right there. Violin. That's
Yes,
it.
yes.
That's
Sold
like my
out.
yeah. Hmm.
So even though 3 years old at piano, but I'm sold out to the violin.
I'm sold out. That's true. Yeah.
Listen, when people see you play, they know that you have a love for it. When they see you flow, they know that you have an art for it because it just seems like it just comes so natural. And I'm telling you, my husband and I were just mesmerized when we heard you play at Lee Pitts. Um, I've heard, like I say, a whole lot of instruments, but to love what you do and then to play it, it just makes a difference when the two
Hmm.
goes together. Yes, it does. And I
Yeah.
understand that you do classes. Please tell us about that.
Yes, I do classes. Right now, I am traveling to the homes of my students right now.
Okay.
I have a employment at the School of Music in Cape Coral. So
Okay.
that's like a physical location, Cape Coral School of Music. That's what that's called. Um, Now, fingers crossed. They say not to speak about things, but I want to speak about this because I need y'all to pray about it.
All right.
Um, yes, I am trying to have my own class setting at the Alliance of the Arts in Fort Myers.
Oh, nice.
Um, and hoping that starts, in January. I've been talking back and forth, and we're trying to get everything set up, but just having an actual class.
Yes.
That's my goal. I keep seeing myself. I want having a class of students all together. Whether up to 10, in a class, and we're
Wow.
able to do concerts. That's what I really want to do. I want to see what I want to see my students like in doing a concert, so they can showcase to what they've learned.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Listen, don't give up on that. And we will be praying with you. that
Yes.
this will come to life. Like you say, you go to different places, and because you do give, God has no other choice but to return it back to you.
That's
Because
right.
some of those students probably would not be playing if it had not been for you.
Mm-hmm.
So because you suffered and given so much, we're just asking God to do the same for you, just cause an overflow, and then just
Yes.
bless you with your heart's desire to be able to bless these young kids, and then them to be able to do a concert and bring their music to life. And it's a great feeling. It's truly a great feeling. Adrian McCrae, same thing. To be able to do classes and to bring them together. Same thing with she's in Fort Pierce, and they do the drum line in Fort Myers.
Yeah.
Miss
Mm-hmm.
Darlene. So they do a drum line in Fort Myers. So sometimes there are hills and valleys. Sometimes there are sacrifices that have to be made. But if it's the desires of our heart, we have not because we ask not. So now that we
Hmm.
put it into the atmosphere, we have another choice but to pray for it and just say, okay, God, do it. And then just
Amen.
believe that it's going to manifest because
Yes.
we believe and we trust Him. And it's something we desire. And it has
Mhm.
nothing to do with us, it has to do with blessing Him. So,
Yes.
that being said, we're going to set that there and we're going to set that in motion that we begin to send that out to other people to pray for us and with us. Is
Hmm.
there an age for the classes?
Oh, as for the classes, it would
Uh-huh.
have to be between, I want to say 6
Uh-huh.
and 13, something like
6 to
that.
13. Okay.
Yeah. Now, for
And
the private lessons, I do all ages, all
okay.
ages.
But for the classes 6 to 13, and that age group, because why?
6, I feel like I've taught students when I started. I've taught students who were 4 years old before, and I will say this: props to my teachers for, because I don't know how I was when I was 4, but it is a little difficult. It's a little difficult. Like that would have to be a whole separate thing. As far as like younger, 4 to between 4 and 5, 4 and 6, young 6, is very difficult to capture their focus. But I want to see like 6 to 7 and then up. Honestly, it could even go up to 16, 17. Like, if they're like, I feel like that age range, 7 to like 17, they're able to be a little bit more focused, a little bit more focused.
And unless it's something like you said, that they really like, um, it's hard to keep them right there doing it just because.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I try to make things fun. Like what I'll do is when I first meet a new student, I'll ask them what their goals are and what their favorite kind of music is, and something that they wish they could play. Like what's the song that you have on repeat all the time? Like, and I make that a
Uh-huh.
goal for us so that,
Uh-huh.
they can learn, like, oh wow, I can play something that I like to do, and it makes them want to keep doing it.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
mhm.
That's a good way to capture their attention and
Mhm.
everything. Because
Yeah.
if it's something they like and they like to hear and it's on repeat, and if I can play that myself, it's like, oh, I can do this.
Mhm. Mhm. Or like
And then,
songs from movies and stuff like that. Like,
yes, 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 background and that sort of thing. And I've
mhm.
always been told, oh, you have long fingers. Why are you not playing the piano? I've always wanted to play, but I get so excited and then I'm up and then I'm all over the place. So
Yeah.
if I hear it and it starts to sound good, well, I'm excited.
Oh, you're just like, oh, you're like, oh, this is
Yes.
it.
So if they get me through one song, I
Uh,
think that's probably be it. I probably ain't be able to make
yeah.
it to the next. But I
Oh.
wanted to play. I wanted to play so bad. Playing music, being able to sing, um, anything of that nature. It
Mhm.
seems to soothe. I've seen patients, elderly patients in the nursing homes,
Mhm.
even though they couldn't talk, couldn't walk, but when they heard that song, that special song, that music, the head start bobbing, the fingers
Mhm.
start moving, the feet start tapping, so that I know that music is healing. And
Yes.
sometimes if we just slow down enough just to listen to the music,
Hmm.
I promise you some of the arguments that we have, some of the frustration that um, we won't have because music will get in our soul and in our spirit, and it'll
Hmm.
calm us down and it'll change our mindset. we,
Yes.
we just have to just listen. And if you're just tapping in on tonight, we have the awesome pleasure of being able to talk to Miss Luna Muni, violinist, teacher, mom, engaged to be married to Mr. Fabian. Um, Mom, she's a twin. She's doing some great things. She has a desire to have her own class. So, those that know the words of prayer, please pray for her. She does do private classes, but the goal is to do the 6 to 13 year olds to be able to teach them. But if you're in your community and you're listening to this live, and you want to have violin classes, please reach out to her. This is her information. Luna Muni 777 at gmail.com, and her number is 239-220-2219. I will put that in the chat so you will have that information if you want to do a violin class in your church, your neighborhood, because I know you right now are thinking of a group of children that this would be instrumental to them. It would be something awesome for them to be able to share and touch lives, bring them together. I know you're thinking of it. So if you do, reach out to Miss Luna Mooney at Luna Mooney 777 at gmail.com, 239-220-2219. It's something else to get someone to teach, but to have someone to teach that loves what they do, it makes a difference
Hmm.
because they're going to pour their heart out into it. So, right now, you're at the School of Music in Cape Coral,
Yes.
and then
That's
your
a
private
physical
class.
location. Private
Say it again.
classes. That's a physical location. So
Okay.
like they can bring their kids.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then
Hmm.
the private classes that you do, are there special times or days that you give the private lessons?
It really all depends. Like, if I usually do the scheduling once someone reaches out because things change. So I'll I'll say like Monday through Friday, really Monday through Friday. And then based off of my students that I already have, that's when I would tell them, what times work for me. So, or
So,
we correlate.
so days you won't do private classes is what?
Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday.
You hear
No,
that? No Saturdays and no Sundays, Monday through
no.
Friday. So
Yes.
what if you had an area of students that wanted to meet on Saturdays for a class? Would you be willing?
I would be willing, yes. As long as it's the thing about Saturdays is because I'm booked for events, they're usually
Events.
on Saturdays.
That's it.
So a lot of events are on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's usually, the norm. But we could work it out. An afternoon, I would say like, around noon, maybe 12 or 1 o'clock on Saturdays. We could like make that work somehow.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if I have a gig, then I would have to, let them know beforehand and stuff like that.
That's it. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I wanted to make sure that we put it out there. Um, the availability, because sometimes people will hear something else, say, oh well, she said this and she said that. Well, she has a life, and she also has classes, and she also does different events. So you're flexible with her, she's flexible with you.
Yes.
That makes sense. That's it. Okay. I just
That's
wanted to
it.
make sure. I just wanted to make sure that I got it out there. So, what else is it about you that you feel like people should know? Yes, I'm a violinist. Yes, I'm a mom. Yes, I do this, this, and this. But what else is it that you feel as if they should know about you, but they may not have known from before?
Hmm. Okay. Is this in regards to something that I offer? or is this in regards to just anything they should know about me?
Anything
Like,
they should know about you.
okay. Anything they should know about me. Okay, all right. Oh, let me tell you. Can I tell you a quick story?
Okay.
Okay, I want to tell you. I went down to Miami. I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I just brought my violin with me, my electric violin, and my portable speaker. And I decided I'm gonna play that. There's like this big famous mall out there. I forgot what it's called, but I was like, I'm gonna post up and just busk and play the violin.
Nice.
Yeah. So I pull my violin out. I'm playing. I played for like maybe 2 hours, and there's a bunch of people walking by, whatever, and they're looking at me and they're like, oh, cool, whatever, that's great. Then when I was packing up, this man came by me and he was like, I have to tell you something. My wife is sitting over there and she's deaf. And she thought that she was able to hear again because she could hear my violin. She heard my
Wow.
and I'm
Wow.
like she could hear the music. Isn't
Oh
that so?
my God.
Yeah, so I was like that was, that's just a special story. I just wanted to share
That's
that because
powerful. Wow.
that's something that, like, when I'm older, I just tell people, like, let me tell you something real quick,
Right.
okay? Because like you were saying, music is healing, music is powerful. You know how they say, okay, I forget what it's called exactly, but when God speaks through a person, it's their prophet, right? Prophet
Yes.
or something.
Hmm.
So I feel like God also uses these instruments, whether what it is, your voice, a physical instrument. If you
Hmm.
do words, I feel like God can, speak through these things, even through
Yes.
vibration. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
that was just a crazy story. And let me tell you something cool that I did. I
Okay.
played at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank
Congratulations.
you. I did that in 2018. I played my original music. I did not get it was for the I forgot what it's called, but I did not get booed off stage. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
Yeah, I didn't get booed off stage. I didn't win, but I didn't get booed off stage. So that's something that I take with me forever. And now, really quick, I know I said I was going to tell you one thing, but I offer session music. So I'm also a producer. Like, I produce music as well. Like, that's something that I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So if people have songs, that they think they can hear the violin on, I can provide that for them virtually. So like, we don't have to go into the studio together or anything. Like, I can send them my violin, record my violin, send it to them, and they can add it to a track, if that's something that they want. So,
Okay.
and that's it.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat. Because like you say, you can lay down the tracks one place and then send them to have them mixed
Mm-hmm.
for the
Mm-hmm.
engineer to mix it and add it to the music.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So if there's any singers out there that's looking for a special taste, seasoning to your music, make sure you look up Luna Muni. Um, she's on my page. She's also on YouTube. You can listen at the different genres of music that she does play. She's well rounded and well versed. So please look up Luna Mooney. And when you do, make sure you let her know that you heard it live here on Hanging with the Walkers. Oh my goodness. So you say you were at the Apollo Theater. And when was that?
2018.
2018.
It's probably
Wow.
October. It was in fall.
Uh-huh.
Fall is such a special time. I feel like things are just always popping in fall. I'm
Yes, that
always
is so
busy.
true.
Yeah, it's such a. I love fall. That is in season for me. Like, for me, like playing the violin, people are having more events and everything. I love fall so much. But yeah, Apollo. Oh, that was such a special time. My family. I'm from New York, by the way.
Uh-huh.
So my family came out. They like were supporting me. Like, woo! And then, of course, being on the stage, I am a Prince fan. Okay. I love Prince.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And Prince performed at the Apollo, Michael Jackson, a lot of big artists performed there. And they had this stump on the stage, and there was this thing like, oh, rub this stump. That's what all the
Yeah,
artists.
yes, yes, yes.
I was just, to be able to be somewhere where like an artist like Prince and Michael Jackson, there were so many other artists like that had signed their names, and it was just such an amazing experience because, you know, uh, when you say something and like you said, when you put your heart, your desire towards it, and you make it happen, oh, that is a special feeling. That is a
Yes, it
crazy
is.
special
Yes, it
feeling.
is.
Yeah.
So you've done the Apollo. Any other big stages, awards, um, that you've been able to be rewarded over the years?
Yes. I had the Arts and Letters Award from the Delta Sigma Theta Fort Myers chapter
Nice.
in 2019, and Best Musician in Southwest Florida in 2022.
Okay.
And yeah, and let's see what else. Oh, I played at like the things I like to talk about. Like I played at the New York Poets Cafe in East Manhattan before it got closed down, which is a special thing because they have been fighting to keep that place open
Uh-huh.
that for a very long time, and I was so blessed to be able to not only play. I played at an open mic thing there, but then I actually got booked to play there. Like they
Wow.
called me from here, from Florida. Hey, come to, we want you back. Come out. So I did that. It was an amazing experience. The Red Rooster in Harlem,
I heard
Hertz
about that.
Arena. Um,
Wow.
yeah, just big things. In 2022, I opened for Shanti and uh, Jadakiss, Young Jaw, Keisha Cole.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
What else? 2017, I opened for Miguel, the um, artist, Grammy Award
Yes.
winning artist Miguel.
Uh-huh.
And 2014 or 2015, I opened for Chris at Michelle.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm like, oh, and then there's these two women, the Claremont twins. They are I don't really know. It's funny, I'm online, but I'm like, I don't really know what to call them, but they're like influencers,
Mhm.
and they booked me for like a private party up in Queens, New York that I
Wow.
did. So yep, been doing things. I want to do more things, and that's it.
And you have this personality, like it hadn't gone to your head or anything like that. I just like you're still humble. I'll say it like that. You're still humble to open
Yeah.
for artists like Ashanti, or being voted best musician. I'm telling you, it hadn't gone to your head yet. You're still here, and that's a
It's because
plus.
I'm a mother. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's it. That's it. Nothing else matters when you're a parent.
whatever. Let me tell you, I changed my baby's diaper 5 times a day. That's my accomplishment.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And they're able to see mom do some things. Yeah, I go out and I perform, but like you say, my biggest joy is coming back home to my kids and making sure they're taken care of, and making sure there's balance in their life. Because anyone that's online tonight that knows that when we're trying to be successful, for lack of a better way to explain it, sometimes it's hard. So how do you balance being a musician slash artist, slash award winning violinist, then being a mom, and then being able to balance in a relationship? How do you do that? How do you make it work?
God.
Yeah.
Lots of prayer. Oh my gosh. Everything is about scheduling, really. That's really it right there. Like for instance, if I have like a deadline, if I'm doing a song and I have a deadline, sometimes people will send me a song 2 days before, and they're like, "Hey, can you get this done?" I'm like, "Okay, well, I gotta put the baby to sleep. Let me put this chicken to cook, this rice to cook. My man's coming home from the gym soon. Let me make sure we got rice and chicken for him." Okay, like, okay, let me make sure my oldest daughter, she got her homework done. We spend time talk about, it's just, it's like a wave thing. I can't even call it balance. It's like this, but
Mhm.
I give it up to God, because for some reason everything always works out. Whether it be having someone who can help me to watch my kids when I go to perform,
Yes.
where like, even if I'm able to bring my kids, like sometimes people even offer that as like, "Yo, bring your kids, like bring them,
Yes.
just bring them." Like, it's God. That's all it is, because that's the only way I can explain this to you, is that that's how I make it work, because
Yes.
there's nothing else. I couldn't have done this. I can't do this without God. I'd be like, "God,"
That's it.
I just
That's
say,
it.
"God help me," sometimes.
That's it.
That's
And
it.
he opens and directs and
Yeah.
put them in the right place so that you can do what it is that you do.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's awesome. And again, I say shout out to Mr. Fabian for being able to make it work. Him doing bodybuilding and having his own schedule,
Mm-hmm.
and then you having your own schedule, and then having the kids. I
Mm-hmm.
know even that alone is uh, like a juggle because you want to support him, and he wants
Mm-hmm.
to support you. So of course that is. Has there ever been any like really big conflicts in the schedule?
Like for instance, he just was preparing for this big competition. So, if there was something that I wanted him to come to, and he couldn't, like, I would have to just be like, okay, whatever, I have to compromise. That's the word,
Right.
compromise. We compromise. That's what we do. For the Lee Pitts live event that just happened, I was so grateful. Even though he was preparing for this, his big competition, he has to be so focused. He still went, got a nice fly outfit, and came out with it. I
Yes.
was I was so grateful for
Like
that.
that's
Look,
my man.
I wanted to be like, Lee Pitts, bring this man on stage. Bring
That's
him on
it. That's
stage.
it. That's it. And he was tuned in and he was videoing and everything. And I was over there
Yeah.
watching my side of my eyes. I'm like, yeah, he is really, really, really enjoying it.
Because he has such a strict schedule, such
Uh-huh.
a strict diet, like, you know what I mean? Strict diet, strict schedule, everything. And then he will still make time to like do like family things. Like, he took us to this there was a couple of different festivals out here, and he would like look it up, and like we would all go, and I would be like amazed, because I'm like, oh
Oh,
yes. I'm like, we're still doing things as a family. I'm
that
so happy
listen,
about
that's all I'm saying. Trying to make it work, regardless, because
that.
like I
Yeah.
say, sometimes if jealousy or envy ever gets into a relationship, it could destroy it. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
so thankful and grateful. You all are young, vibrant,
Mm-hmm.
still able to support one another, still able to be flexible with one another's schedule. And I think that is so awesome. And you better know that we are definitely covering you guys in prayer because I
Thank
know
you.
that if his career takes off for whatever reason, he's going to want you to be to his bodybuilding competition, and
Mm-hmm.
then yours take off and you're doing this school with your students. That's something else. Like wow, like where do we go from here? And will
Yeah.
there be tests? Yes, there will be tests. Yes, there will be
Yeah.
tests and trials, but it's called
Mhm.
communication.
Yes.
And it's as long as we know how to communicate with one another, we can beat the enemy at his game because we can learn how to talk to one another. We can learn
Mm-hmm.
how to balance and not allow the enemy to destroy something that we're trying to build as a future. So, like you say, we got family time, so that's a good time. And then there are some that will say, okay, you know what, this day is just for us. Like we
Mm-hmm.
don't book anything else on that time. This is just for us. It doesn't matter if someone calls, pulls, or say, let's go. We just do it.
Yes.
And I think that's awesome because like we're already booking into 2025 as it is now, but there are certain days, certain months that we don't book.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we just binge TV and watch movies together,
Yeah.
To us, that's important.
Yes, that is important. That is very important.
That's it.
That
That's
is
it. We
very
just
important.
veg. Don't have to go
Unwind,
anywhere.
downtime, and being
Yes,
together. That's
that's
it.
it. That's it. Don't have to spend a whole lot of money or fly here, fly there. We can just sit, watch, and laugh and tease one another and just
Yes.
enjoy it. And then here
Yeah.
we go. The next 5 weeks, we know there is no break, until
Mm-hmm.
it's time to do it again. So
Yeah.
we encourage that. We encourage vacations. We encourage weekend getaways. Sometimes if you just change coast, sometimes if you just, like you say, just go to the festival together, that's
Yeah.
healthy for the relationship. Sometimes if we just stop the whole world and it's just us,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just plan to be together and then just minister and nurture one another and then love on our kids. And then
Mm-hmm.
here comes the crazy again, school and homework and cooking and engagements and events, and it starts all over again. So that's
Yeah.
definitely my advice when it comes to growing and being able to launch out and then going to that next level. um,
Yes.
so we want to make sure we put a shout out, February 22nd, 2025. Please tell us about the Jazz Jeans and Sneakers.
Yes, it is going to be at Bethlehem Bible Church in Sarasota
Uh-huh.
from 5 to 9 p.m. Jazz jeans and sneakers. The attire is jeans and sneakers,
Uh-huh.
outdoor event. I'll be playing 2 hour sets. So I'll be playing in the intro time, like around 5:15. That's when I'm playing. So get there around 5 so that you can hear me. And then I'll be playing again after dinner. So that'll be after like 6 p.m., almost 7 p.m. And then it is just there's gonna be a DJ, there's food. I'm gonna say this again: Bethlehem Bible Church, February 22nd, next year, 2025,
Mhm.
5 to 9 p.m. And I will share once they have a flyer for me. I'll be able to share that, and we can share that with everyone.
Okay.
And
And I
mhm.
just also put that in the chat for those that are near or far. And I'll remember the first time that I heard you play was Under the Blue Moon with the amazing Melinda Blue Note. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
That was the
I love
first time I heard you play, and I'm like, wow. And then
really.
I didn't hear anything about you until I saw you on Leap His. I'm like, is that the same young lady? He said, yes, that's her. You set the atmosphere for what was to be a tremendous night.
Yeah.
Now, when people get folk to open for them, we have to get people that can set the stage.
Yes. Yes.
And you did that.
Thank you. Yep.
Shout out to Melinda Blue Note.
I
Listen,
love Blue Note. Blue Note, if you're on
that
here, I love you.
Queen Blue Note, you rock. That's all I gotta say. When I
Yeah.
say cross every genre, can sing every kind of song,
Hmm.
and keep you in awe with her voice.
Hmm.
And the first time I met her, we locked up like we have been knowing one another forever and a day. She is just precious in my eyesight. So
Hmm.
shout out to Blue Note from the Walkers. Just know that we love you, and truly there's nothing you can do about it. She is amazing.
She
She
is. She
really
is.
truly is. I listen,
She's like
I can't.
family.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes,
she's auntie sis. You know what I mean? For me,
yes.
she auntie sis. She big sis.
And then to set, it was a dream, it was a vision. That's why I told you, um, release it into the air. This is what I want to do. She said I wanted to do Under the Blue Moon,
Yeah.
and she did it.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes.
She brought all of us together,
Hmm.
all of these vendors, all of these people and sponsors. She
Hmm.
brought it together, and she did not disappoint. It even
No.
tried to rain.
Mm.
It didn't matter. She just kept right on singing.
Yeah. Good. Oh my gosh.
She kept right on singing. So we put it in the atmosphere that this is what you want to do, and we can't let go of that no matter what. It's a dream, it's a vision, no matter how long it takes. He knows
Mhm.
when it's the right time to release it into your life. So we're going
Yes.
to hold on to that. And then you're going
Mhm.
to make sure you let us know. Listen, 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 Miss Walker. Guess what? The Alliance of the Arts. I have my
Yeah.
students, I have my classes. Oh, I'm so excited. So we can't wait to hear the testimony that this is
Yes.
manifested in your life. And I
Mhm.
appreciate that. So any shout outs to anyone before we play our special song?
Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. All right, really quick, I want to say my grandma who she raised me. She passed
Yay,
away.
grandma.
Yeah, she just passed away actually, unfortunately, in July.
Oh,
But she was 93 years old.
oh,
Okay.
93 years young. That's it.
93 years young.
That's it.
Um, that was my mom. That was my mom. So I'm like, how do I shout her out? I'm gonna shout her out all the
We're
way.
doing it. That's
Shout
it.
out to grandma for everything. Um, my family, my man, my fiance Fabian. I want to shout him out. We have
Yes.
so much growth. My kids. I want to shout out everybody who's ever booked me. I don't know, and especially I would like to shout out you, Mrs. Walker. Thank you so much for
Bless
having me.
you. Bless you.
And that's it. I think I covered everything.
Listen, I won't tell her if you won't, but did I hear you say shout out to my twin?
Of course, I was like, she's in the family, but of course, shout out to my twin. Shout out to my twin sister. I'm on
Listen,
this live. Shout out to my twin sister, Leona. Leona is purple art. Leona is purple. Shout out to my twin, okay? She better know she shouted out.
oh my
She
goodness,
felt it.
listen, they required special attention. I
You're
mean, it
right.
didn't matter what I did, where I went, who he meets, they have to know that I'm his twin and we are Bob and Barbara. That's our names. And he could be on the phone. I could call him. He lives in Fort Pierce on the West Coast. I could
Mhm.
call him on the phone. He'll say, "Hey man, I'm on the phone talking to my twin Barbara. You want to talk to him?" Like seriously, I'm just calling you to say, "Hey, I'm not trying to talk to the whole neighborhood."
My sister does that. My sister does that. That's so funny. She'll be like, say hi to my friend. I'm friends with her friends. We say, I love you. I love you. That's so funny. That's so funny.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
We are special in every way.
that's right.
Nobody can take that away from us.
No.
Twins rock. I'm just
They do.
saying,
That's so cool that you're
twins
a twin.
rock.
I can't even believe it.
Yes, yes,
That's why
of
I'm like, of
course.
course she's so excited because I get like that too. I'm like, twin. No way. That's amazing. You're a twin. That's so
So
cool.
are you all identical or fraternal?
We're fraternal as well. You're fraternal too, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. We're fraternal, 1 minute apart.
What?
So I
One
know,
minute.
yeah. But we were C-section, so it wasn't like it was 1 minute apart because it took 1 minute to get the next one.
Wow.
I I thought I was the oldest until I was 16. Then I was corrected. No, I was not the oldest. She was the oldest by a minute.
That's a
But yeah,
hurting thing. That
I,
is a hurting thing. He
it
never
is
let me forget all of our life that he is 18 minutes older than I am.
older than you.
And and
That's
and
so funny.
back then when they didn't do ultrasounds unless there was something wrong.
Hmm.
The doctor just thought she had one big baby because we were so very active.
Yeah.
So just before she delivered, he kept saying something is wrong. It's not shaped like it's supposed to. Maybe it's a tumor that's
Oh,
besides the baby.
yeah.
And then I happened to be the tumor. So when we got ready to deliver, his legs were so long that when he pushed to come down the birth canal, he
Hmm.
pushed me back up. And
Oh
that's why it
wow.
took 18 minutes. So he's been pushing me around all
Oh,
my life.
that's so funny. That's
That's
so
my
funny to
story, and I'm
say.
sticking to it.
That's so funny. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, so
Wow.
shout out to my twin Bob. Yep,
Oh,
in
go
Fort Pierce.
twins. Go twins.
Go
That's
twins,
funny.
go
Yeah,
twins,
go
go twins.
twins. That is so cool. Oh, very
Yes,
cool.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So if
Oh,
you are still on the line with us, we have the amazing, the beautiful, the talented Luna Muni that have crossed stages like the Apollo and Best Musician 2022. She's an award-winning producer, and if you have cuts or clips that you want or need for your music, please reach out to Luna Muni. She is a twin, and that makes her special all by itself. And those that know the words of prayer, she's praying and asking God to help her to bring forth classes at the Alliance of the Arts. She's already doing classes now. She offers classes for 6 to 13-year olds and also private classes if you are interested. Her information is on the screen, Luna Mooney 777 at gmail.com. Her number is 239-220-2219. And I am going to put it in the chat so that you'll be able to reach out to her. And again, I do want you and Adrian to connect with one another because they go to different places doing different things. And to have that special sound added to what it is that they already do is so amazing. And before you play, do you do a lot of weddings?
Oh yes,
That's
weddings,
awesome.
everything. But yeah, weddings, that takes the cake. Weddings takes the cake. That's like my big thing. Weddings and cocktail hours. So like
So what is
corporate.
this? This is October. Okay.
Hmm.
So like if there's someone that wants to do a date and you need something special, something different, you've given her or him everything. Why not invite Luna Mooney to play at your dinner date, at that
Yes.
special birthday, at that special engagement? Why not invite her to set it off and to make it a special evening? I'm just putting it out there for some ideas, for the man or woman that has everything.
Hmm.
So why not make it a personal date, a intimate date with the one and
Yes.
only Looney Mooney? I'm just putting it out there.
Yes, yes, I do that. I do that. I am teamed up with the backyard social, the backyard. They do this big bubble dome. So look,
Oh
if you go on
wow.
something, yep, that's it's a see-through dome. They set it up with a cute table. You can even book a private chef, and you can add me, Luna Mooney, to play the music while you have a beautiful date night.
Okay, backyard social.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. And who does that?
Oh no, I
That's
forgot her
okay.
name.
That's okay.
um,
Text me, tag me, and I
okay.
can add it to our chat. And
Yes.
I'm just gonna put backyard social available. That sounds so romantic. We have my pastor's son and also a dear brother of mine, Minister Kevin Rich, that's on the line with us. Shout out to Kevin. He does different events,
Mhm.
charity events for MS. And he invited me to be able to share at an event that he had on the beach. And he does things like that. Like he set up tables on the beach. He had a DJ. So he's always doing something different. So I'm challenging him to invite you to the East Coast to do something that he's never done before, and bring in Luna Mooney so that she can add another little flavor to what he does. Challenging
Yes.
him to reach out to Adrian McCrae, next generation music production, and bring some things together on the East Coast that he's never done before. Sometimes somebody else has to do it for you to be able to duplicate it. And
Hmm.
these are two young men that I know that does something special for other people to be blessed. So I'm challenging them to reach out to you and connect
Hmm.
with you and put some things together and make sure they invite hanging with the walkers so we can be blessed by your presence at the same time. So
Yes. Yes.
So I'm challenging them to do it. 2025 is soon to be here. So
Hmm.
we need to get some things together, some phone numbers, some dates, and you guys connect and keep us posted. So if they don't,
Yes.
I'm sure they'll reach out to you, but I still put it out there to them. So and he loves doing different stuff, Kevin. So that's an awesome thing. So at this time, Miss Luna Mooney is going to play the violin to my song Forever Growing. I am so honored that you would even pull your violin out to play to my song. So those that are still on the line, Please be blessed by Miss Luna Muni. Take it away.
I'm going through these changes in my life, changes in my mind, changes in my heart. My thoughts are gone because I'm growing in your grace and I'm growing in your love. I'm growing in your talk. I'll never be the same. I'm growing in your grace and I'm growing in your love. I'm growing in your talk. I'll never be the same. Never be the same. No longer walking change. Releasing all my pain. Being oh so vain. Because I'm growing in your grace. Growing in your love. Growing in your talk. I'll never be the same. Broken pieces, knowing now that I can heal. All I have to do is just come to you and kneel. Release the past and let it go. Knowing now that I can grow.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh my God, that was beautiful. And I love the ending. Oh my goodness.
Thank
Had I
you.
not been able to add that to it while I was in the studio,
We can always do a remix if you want.
I
Look.
know what a closure. What a closure. So if
Thank
someone
you.
wanted to add violin tracks, then they just reach out to you and there's a special price or length, or how does that
Yeah.
work?
So I will usually they'll send me the song and I'll send them ideas and I'll literally record the ideas with the song and
Okay.
that obviously they're not going to use that, but they'll listen to the ideas. If they like it, then they would tell me what exactly they want. Then I would send them like 1 to 3 minutes of different tracks of what they
Okay.
would want. And my rate for that, it's between like 100 and 150. And
Okay.
they get to, I'm not taking any rights or anything to their music or anything. Sometimes they'll ask for like a shout out in the credits, like if they could just put,
Exactly.
just that, so that I could get other people to add me to their tracks. And it's such a simple process. Such a simple process.
Wow. That
Hmm.
is so awesome. Listen,
Yeah.
you heard it here live on Hanging with the Walker, Miss Luna Muni, blessed, forever growing, and put a closure to the end of that. Like, wow. So I got to talk to my producer, Ryan Copeland. I got to talk to him. Some different ideas, some different things that just have been going through my mind. I have working on another song, another book. I just wrote my fifth book. I'm about ready to release my sixth book and my sixth CD. So I'll be talking to him.
Hmm.
Um, and the title of my new book is Broken Pieces. So there are some sensitive things, some personal things, and I can't think of any other way to help seal it than with the sound of a violin because it was so intimate, so personal to me.
Hmm.
There's instruments that you could use, but every now and then you just need something different.
Hmm.
So I'm going to talk to him, and I definitely will be getting back with you when it comes time to go into the studio, so that we could kind of like add that extra to it.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
definitely will be looking you up. I promise I will. So
Thank you.
listen, I have enjoyed tonight with you. Thank you so much for sharing your life with Hanging with the Walkers. And I say to all of you, please like and share this video. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Um, Tell somebody about Luna Mooney, her gifts, and what it is that she is bringing to the body of Christ. Don't forget to mention that she has a twin that plays the viola
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
also is an artist. So make sure you shout out
Yes.
the twins.
Shout out to the twin.
That's it. That's it. But thank you so much for stopping by and taking time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us on Hanging with the Walkers. I pray everyone was blessed by what they heard on tonight. I pray they were blessed by your presence. Because there's something about you. You don't even have to talk, but there's something calming about your presence, about your smile. And even
Thank
before you start to play, they're already in awe as to what it is that you're going to do. Like, whoa, what is she going to do next? So that's awesome, and I love that. And this is what I noticed in the crowd when you got ready to play at Lee Pitts Live, and I love
Oh,
that.
nice.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
That's powerful all by itself. That you're waiting to hear the next thing that I play, that I
Hmm.
release, and that's a blessing all by itself. And I know that only
Hmm.
comes from God.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
true.
Yes, ma'am. So don't change. Keep doing what you're doing. Anytime you're having something, please tag my page and I'll make sure that I like and share it. As soon as I posted the clip from your video from Leapis Live, it was over 600 hits.
Wow.
That same night, it was over 600 hits.
Nice.
So I
Wow.
know that
Thank
there's someone
you.
else that appreciates the music as much as I do. So keep
Hmm.
doing what you're doing. Don't change. Keep putting God first, and we'll be praying for you. And by all means, please pray for us.
Yes. Thank
All
you.
right.
Will do.
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am. And I
so
know.
much for having me.
Oh man, it was a blessing to me, and I look forward to being in your presence sometime soon.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
You have an
you.
awesome night, and love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure meeting you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Please tell Mr. Fabian we said hey and thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Good night.
Good night.